And to finish off, I'd like to welcome back Amelia Woodley. She has been by far and away the busiest today. She started the day, she's been on multiple panels. She's ESG Director at Speedy Hire. And together we're going to wrap up the day.
Yeah.
And we've had so much happening today, so many brilliant discussions on sustainability, collaboration. If you're looking at one big thing that you're going to take away from today and you hope that Speedy Hire use going forward, what would it be?
So, obviously I've been listening intently through the whole day, and what's really threaded through this conversation is people. And that's why we wanted to have a Sustainability Live, which was a bit richer than Net Zero, because even if we reflect back on the earlier discussions this morning around carbon and nature, you've got people in that, whether that's a customer, whether that's the people in your business that are making those changes for you, the people that you affect in the sustainability agenda. So, we touched on the modern slavery, we've touched on social value, and even Pierre talking about, the closure of the Vauxhall plant in Luton. Is that a just transition? Because whilst that heads to net zero, it's affected people's lives and livelihoods. So I think the key message for me is that interconnection of the E and the S together, because you can't deliver sustainability without people within your organisation and outside of your organisation.
And there's been so many thought-provoking discussions throughout the day, but for those who've been watching on, whether it's in the office, maybe working from home today, what would be the one thing you hope they take away from today? Collaboration.
I've been in the sustainability arena for over 2 decades now, and you can't be an island in this. These are big, difficult subjects to tackle, and you have to collaborate. You have to collaborate internally, you have to collaborate with your customers, with government, with your supply chain. So the point of today was that collaboration with our customers, and yesterday we had a big event with our supply chain, because we want to do that together. And you can't achieve it on your own. So the key message: collaborate, reach out to us. We've got a team of experts. We're hungry. We want to innovate, and we want to lead the charge on it as well.
And in terms of building towards that more sustainable future, that's the message. If you were going to give people watching on one call to action, what would that be?
Green skills. Okay. So if we reflect, we've had a plethora of experts here today. Now, some of those people on the panels had no sustainability awareness 4 years ago when I joined, but we couldn't deliver that agenda without them. And the green skills transition and the engagement and the collaboration and building the competencies and capabilities in sustainability is key, because it's a business-wide exercise. So, if people are asking themselves, well, how do I do it? Or I might be a small team, or I might not have a big budget. You have a sea of people. So train them, engage them, get them excited, and they're your influencers and your advocates. It's not me on my own. It's all of us today. So the message is: get out there, train them up, build those green skills, and you'll have an army of people behind you.
And like so much of life, what's been very clear today, sustainability comes with challenges.
Yes.
What for you is the single biggest challenge facing the industry right now?
So I think there's 2 things. Cost. It's tough economically. We've heard the budget's announcements a few weeks ago, and businesses have always had these tensions around sustainability and cost. Green costs money. It doesn't, if you look at the whole life cost of it and you're smart at your modelling, it doesn't. So it's trying to get beyond that cost discussion, but being conscious that it's there, because we can't be blind to that. We have to come up with solutions that are commercially successful. The other side is credibility. So the reporting angle we've talked about is around building that trust and credibility within the industry. Are we doing what we say we're going to do? The flip side of that is the credibility around the greenwashing. There's a risk. And greenwashing is so important. And that's why, with Speedy, we've got to look at, we've got to lean into that challenge. We want to be bold, but we've got to recognise that there's a risk behind the things that we're saying. So we're really looking at that side of the cost business case, the credibility. I probably would say I'm not too keen about getting into a love triangle with legal and marketing.
You didn't see that earlier.
Yeah,
what are we talking about?
That was a really interesting way to look at greenwashing. But, jokes aside, departments coming together. But, I don't think we should be scared of challenge, because there's no progress without, facing head on into the situation and working your way through it.
Last words, in terms of moving towards a greener, a more sustainable future, what would your final message today be?
Oh, I think, just keep doing things like this. It's sharing that learning, it's sharing that best practice. We don't want to sit in a silo. Ben mentioned, is the industry siloed? Yes, we've all got so much experience. So get out there, talk about it, share, learn, engage. Speedy's here. So, we're ready to collaborate and get going with a couple of more challenges.
Amelia, thank you. You started the day brilliantly. You finished the day equally brilliantly as well.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. And that is all we have time for today. Remember, if your question that you popped in the side panel wasn't answered, please keep an eye on Speedy Hire's social media for follow-ups. They'll try and get around to answering all of the questions that were put to us today. And if you missed any of the sessions, if you're wondering what on earth we're talking about, love triangles, all will become clear if you go through the sessions and watch them back. They'll be available on demand very, very soon. But thank you for joining us. Thank you for sticking with us. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned plenty and got so much out of today. And we'll see you next year. Take care. Bye-bye.